Hi folks, it's me again. A fly for you. This one's slightly more difficult, but it's not really. It's just dated wee bits at a time, and you'll get there. It's not hard. And some of the times ways that I used to do it is just to make it easier for myself, and hope it can be easier for you. That might not be the standard method of tying, but this is the way I do it anyway. First of all, I've got a B175 camouflage size 10 in the hook, and I'm tying some Dabbler flies for my friend up in Scotland, who is just a membership in a club, and it's boat only. So I'm tying some flies for his top dropper, so they can dabble them along Scottish loch style on the loch while he's in the boat. I've run a 140 denier red to the tail of the hook, and I'm just going to put a wee black tail in. So I've just got a cock cape here that I use just to tear some black barbs off it to give me a bit of a tail. Yeah, just open it up about half the length of the hook, the tail. That should do it, and tie it in. Now what I want to do is build up this blob at the tail, this blob of red, because it's got to have that, as it's dabbing along, that wee red blob is like a wee attractor to the fish as they come up, and they see it dabbing along the surface, and it's very effective in loch style. It's a wildfowl fish loch style, but this is one of my favourite flies I tied, and I just cry it the Dabbler, because it's a variation of a lot of flies that's been tied, especially Irish loch flies are great for dabbling. Anyway, we've tied that in, we've tied the tail in, we've made the blob, and we now whip finish it off, because we're going to change threads. Just whip finish it off. And then I'm going to use the Golf now and the resin. You can put a bit of varnish on it if you like. It's to protect the thread for the fish's teeth, and give it a wee bit, give that red blob a wee bit of kind of a shine too. Just let me get some more of this resin. I'm going to run out some. Right, just a second till I get the resin onto my podger, which is a safety pin bent open. I don't buy any more podgers because I'm for needles, because I'm forever losing them. So I've took to using a safety pin. It does the job just as well, and you get a packet for about £2 instead of £8 off the internet for a podger needle. Anyway, just harden it off. If you're varnishing it, you'll need to set it aside to let the varnish dry. So you could tie 3 or 4 of them like that, and set it aside till the varnish dries, then go back and tie the rest of the fly. That's what I used to do before I discovered the resin stuff, because you can harden it straight off right away, and that protects the thread. So that's that bit done. The next bit, we swap to a black thread now, and I'm using Semperfli Nano Silk, and it's a 100D or a size 6. You can use any black thread, in honesty. I'm just telling you what I'm using so you can understand what I'm doing. I don't like that light there. I think that's better. It was blinding me a bit. So run the thread on and just put a base coat down on the hook and bring it up to the right onto the back of the red blob that you're putting. And what we're going to do now is put a wee body on it. That Semperfli is great, but it's hard to cut even with the sharpest of scissors, because it's just so hard to cut. Anyway, a wee tiny bit of black Antron, black seal spur, or any black dubbing that you've got, or even grey dubbing, or even yellow dubbing, that works too. So whatever you've got in your box, just copy the style of the fly. So roll it on in the rope a dope, roll it onto the thread, and start at the back, get a grip, and then you can roll it to what size you suit. That's it. You don't want it too big a thick a body, but you want a reasonable body. Now just roll it up to the top. That's big enough. Now this is the problem with the antrim. When you get to here, it's no wanting to come off. So what I do, just pull it off, put a turn in to hold it where it is, and then I cut the excess antrim off and put it back in my box, because it's too bloody expensive to be throwing it away. I put it back into my box with the rest of the double. Right. One of the things that I forgot to do there is put a piece of wire, a piece of medium gold stroke silver wire onto the tail, so I'll need to run the hook back down to there, and I'll take it back up, and all I'll do is I'll just put another wee bit of dubbing in to cover that, because I'm not starting the bleeding video all over again to put a bit of wire on. My mistake. So you'll learn by my mistakes. Don't forget to put your wire on before you put your dubbing on. So put a wee bit of fine dubbing on, it's just to cover the wire. And that's it. Stop about 2 to 3 mil for the head, because you don't want to be crowding the head out. Bring it back a wee bit and cut off that excess dubbing. As I said, it's very hard to pull off the antrim when you've got it on. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. You can do it by putting the hackle down the shank now, and then catch it in with the wire, which I'm going to do. Or you can put the wire on and then run the hackle down and just catch it off with the thread. It's entirely up to you what's the easiest for you. Sometimes it's easier to do it this way, and it depends what way you want to use it. Only I'm pulling a tip off a cock saddle. Just a wee tip. See, there it's there. That's a tip off, and you just pull it and open out the barbs at each side. See how they open up. It's hard to get it in focus. They open up. Anyway, a lot of folk catch them in with the tip to do their tying. I like to catch them in the opposite way, and I like to face them away from my hook. I do it this way. Now, well, this is the correct way as per all the great fly tyers out there. I don't know. This way suits me, so I'm sticking to it. Cut it off and get your I pulled it out. I pulled it out by mistake. So let's put that back on again. Grip it again. And then I'm looking for my other. Oh, it doesn't matter, I'll use this one. I've just got this one, it's like one of these ones in a pivot for doing your hackled. And I'm just getting to grips with it, because I've just been used to that, a standard straight hackle thing to be. Anyway, get your first turn in, and then sweep back the feathers, the barbs, let's come off again. That's how, and get your second turn in, because that's all you need. You only need 2 turns. You see there's plenty of hackle on it. So don't be frightened of it. It'll spring back. You're putting on your wire now. Now that's enough wire. And what I want to do is pull the wire tight, and I want to tie it off there at the head. And clip off your hackle tip. Take off your wire by friction, as one of my subscribers told me to do, and I'm getting the hang of it now. Sometimes I don't think it's going to work, and then all of a sudden it does, just like that. Sweep back your thing and put a couple of times in, just to make sure they're in the right position. There's one forward there which I don't like, so I'll just take it off just now. Just trim it off. Now, on here, we're going to be putting some mallard, bronze mallard duck feather. You can buy them on the internet, they're not that expensive. And they're good for over wings and beard hackles, etc. Really, really good. So you cut a piece off. And turn your vice round. I see a wee bit of that hackle point still sticking out there, I don't like that. We'll just cut that off and we're here. Right. And then open that up as a throat hackle. Put one turn in it and then get it into position, because it might turn round the sides or whatever. And just check the length, just about the length of the hook. That should do it, I think. Just let me check it. No, that's not right. Just pull it into position. That's it. That's where you want it. Then turn it back to trim it off. You've cut it in with your thread, etc. Trim it off. Just turn it back round again and have a look at it. That's fine. Start at the eye and tidy up the eye a wee bit, and then come up onto the top, and you're ready for the wing now. The wing again is bronze mallard, about double the amount that you used on the throat beard hackle. So make the wing just short of the length of the tail. Couple of turns, just check it. That's fine. 1, 2 turn, 3 turn, couple of turns in front to keep it up, and trim it off. Put it in the bin, don't put the rubbish on the floor, and then start with the eye of the hook and start to wind it back to put a wee head on it and just tidy up the bits and pieces in the ends. And that's it complete. And that's your Dabbler fly. And it's a copy of a lot of Irish loch Dabbler flies that they use in Ireland to great effect in the lochs. And these I'm tying these for my friend, as I said. He's going boat fishing starting on the 1st of March. So I hope that they bring him some luck. Now, to finish off, a bit of varnish for the head, or in this case, it's a bit of resin, so that I can get them stored away, because I'm going to go get them posted up to him shortly, because it starts on the 1st of March. Now that's it. That's it. Need the torch. Harden off the head. And that's the Dabbler. And that's how I can call it, because it's not any particular. There's lots of flies that look like this, and they're shaped like this. They might have different wings or different whatever, but that's a Dabbler. And I've used them when I used to fish in boats, and it was quite productive. And just let me let that be the hackle. That's it. So that's it. That's a Dabbler fly. Give it a try, because it's good in the spring and summer when the fish are moving about looking for stuff. They're not sure what they want to eat, and you've got a Dabbler in your top dropper, and as you bring it into the bank and to recast, you can dabble that top dropper just along the top, and I'll tell you, you'll get some of them slashing out of it. I hope you enjoyed that. A wee bit harder than usual, but give it a try anyway. Thanks for watching.